Welcome back to the 1999 Jeep Grand Cherokee project. You probably tuned in today because you were like, I wish we could see more of that project. Well, you're in luck because today we're going down under finally. You remember in the last video we were doing some wiring on this baby right here, getting all that in place, and we hinted at the next part of this project, which is really diving in under here. And I'm very excited because this is a big part of the project, one of which actually has had some problems that we're trying to work on, and we're prepping for those. This here is Dr. Torque, by the way. I'm Uncle Jake. This channel's more than Mischief. And I gotta show you, I usually don't even bring that up, but look at this. We got merch. It's merch. Hey, show them the back. Show them the back. Oh wait, you probably gotta see the back this way. You gotta come out here. I gotta show you this. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. This is awesome. I got this shirt, and I got this one because I kind of want it. Check it out. Huh?
Is that the Craptor?
That's the Craptor.
Wow.
Or the Raptor. Depends on the day.
Let's go to the mechanic. I think that's what it said, right?
Yeah, let's go. Get to work on the thing. Okay, back to the Jeep though, which if you didn't know, it's implied to me not to mention the name. This is Jasper. If you want to know why, you have to go look at the whole engine swap and why we did that one. All right, we'll put a link at the end. Okay, Tom, what is happening today? Why are we down here? Because everyone wants to know.
Speaking of the engine replacement video, when we took it out for the first drive, we heard some really loud whining. Axle's noise when he was accelerating or decelerating, maybe.
And
I hear
front. What was in the front? See,
it was coming from the rear end, which is, you know, in the middle in there. You can kind of see a little bit. Most likely it's a pinion issue, whether it's...
Which is in the front.
Yeah, so if we look in here, I'm talking about this thing part right here.
Yeah, can we see that? We see that?
There's two bearings probably in there, I believe. And they could be making noise because sometimes the tightness of the nut that holds that all together in the front gets loose. And so the bearings start making noise and or the gears start making noise. So right here is the ring gear. The thing I'm touching is the ring gear, and then the thing way up in there is the pinion.
There it is. See the spirally thing?
And so like that
weird, like it looks like a snow cone, or not a snow cone, an ice cream, a swirly ice cream.
Oh yeah,
that's what it is.
Soft serve.
Thank you. It's a soft serve gear.
So anyway,
soft serve gear.
The noise can be from the bearings themselves that are in front of that thing, or sometimes they can be the two gears, how they mesh. Is not how that's supposed to be anymore. They've gotten a little loosey-goosey in there, and that makes noise too. So, in any case, this case right here, this part is aluminum in this vehicle, and if it's been that way for a long time, the aluminum part may have gotten some damage.
Man, that's a bummer because I mean it's cool on one hand, right, that it's aluminum, but not so cool that because it's weaker, softer.
So it's kind of an interesting tidbit. This center section here, this aluminum part, and the guts are only used in Jeep Grand Cherokees and Dodge Vipers.
So this is a Dodge Viper rear end.
Exactly.
This really is the same.
This center part here is used in both. But
That's
in the Viper, it's
so awesome. It's got Viper parts,
which makes it more expensive, unfortunately.
Yeah, it probably does. And also there's some changes happening here. There's some changes.
Yeah, so we are going to start tearing into it today to remove this whole thing here. Because I have another one. I have a rebuilt one on the way. So we need to get this one out.
Yeah. Now, why would you order a different one?
Because of the damage, the possible damage to the aluminum.
Okay, got it.
I want to have somebody that supposedly knows what they're doing. Hopefully knows what they're doing.
We hope so.
Find a good case and rebuild it with good parts and get that all ready to go so I can put it back in.
Yeah.
Some people would be like, "Oh, just rebuild that one." And there's two things about that. One is I'm lazy.
Oh, he says that. Says the man who's under the Jeep right now.
And the other
is constantly working, helping me on the Craptor. I mean the Raptor. Depends on the day. Sometimes it's a Raptor. Anyway, back to work.
But the other thing is I'm just concerned about the aluminum being damaged, and this one wouldn't. Mainly. I could spend a lot of money and time trying to get this one rebuilt and find out that it's, you know, damaged. So
yeah, totally.
I'm just, you know, skipping ahead to a new one. Yeah, in here, as far as bearings go, there's probably two bearings on that swirly thing in the front, the pinion itself. And then there's a bearing under this cap right here, and a bearing under this cap here. So this is the easier one for you to see.
Same
so right under this thing with the two bolts, if you take that off, you'd see a bearing under there. So his might have a problem with the bearing here and here, or the bearings up there, which is probably more common.
Probably, which is why that's the thing. You know, like rebuild the whole thing if you're gonna do it, almost.
And there's bearings out here too. And we're gonna see those today.
Bearings everywhere. Bearings everywhere. Okay, so what are we starting with here? What are we doing?
So I need the new rebuilt axle housing is not going to come with axle shafts or brakes or any backing plates or any of that kind of stuff. So I think since you kind of have to yank really hard to get the axle shafts out, I'm doing that first before I pull the rest of the assembly out, because I want it attached to the rest of the Jeep.
Yeah.
While I'm yanking on it. So today, right now, while we're starting, I'm going to take off the brake caliper, and then I'm going to unhook the brake line right here. And so the whole unit will come off, and then we'll be able to take the actual rotor off.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm going to show a trick, perhaps, hopefully that works.
We love tricks when they work. All right, beautiful.
So, time to tear into it.
All right, let's go. Let's get to work. Yeah. All right, there, Dr. Torque. What's the steps here?
So first, to take the caliper off, I'm going to take the caliper and the caliper bracket off together. And so I need to get to this bolt here, and there's one down at the bottom that's the same. Okay. They're 18 millimeter.
18 millimeter.
And they're really hard to get off. So that's why I've got the breaker bar out.
Yep, get yourself a breaker bar.
And then,
cheater bar.
And then I'm going to take this off right here, which is a 3/8 thing, and I've got a
flare. Ones. Look at that. See that? Look a little different to you?
Yeah, it gets on there and doesn't round things off. Since it's solid through here, you have to use an open end wrench of some sort to get on there. And a lot of times these round them off. So this one works better because it goes around a little bit more. Yeah. Catches on more corners.
Two more corners, really. Right? So, or at least one more. Oh man, it's a good thing you had that one.
Am I going the right way?
Nope. Nope. Yes. Okay. Upsy daisy.
Just wanted to make sure it was tight before I started.
Yep.
Not screwing around anymore.
No.
Dang.
Definitely not screwing around anymore.
So, in a perfect world, this rotor would just slide right.
Are you serious? We were like looking for earmuffs.
I had earmuffs and a hammer ready.
What? I can't believe that just came off like that. That never happens.
So, then the next step is to finish taking all these nuts off the back. I have one left because I thought I was going to have to beat the rotor off.
Yeah.
And so, I guess I'll put these down.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm going to need them again in a second because there's probably some more pounding that's going to happen.
Whoa.
I think that's some of the sound we were hearing.
Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to sound like that.
I think this wheel bearing may be going. Something's not right. I thought I heard a noise from this corner. That's why I have new wheel bearings.
Yeah, that definitely, that's not right.
So anyway.
Too much power.
Too much. The bearings just couldn't take it.
In a perfect world.
In a world where axle shafts slide out easily. So anyway.
Yes.
In a perfect world, I should be able to just like, kind of grab this and pull it out. That's not happening.
Now, you can only get one miracle per...
one miracle per vehicle.
Yeah.
So a trick that I've known for years, that I've used on multitudes of other axles, is you turn the drum or rotor around backwards.
Yeah.
And put a couple of... So, some people that have all the right tools, and I don't know why I don't own one of these yet, would have a slide hammer that they would bolt onto three lug nuts locations, or 3 studs, and then you'd have a slide hammer and you could pop it with a lot of weight and get it off easily. So this is a poor man's slide hammer. Whoa.
It's even knocking stuff off the other side.
But as you can see, it's not cooperating.
That was so cool though.
I've used that millions of times.
Yeah.
But this rotor's garbage.
Is it?
So I'm just tightening these nuts further. Ready?
Yep. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was fantastic.
So now you can see that wheel bearing we were talking about.
Yeah, that thing cannot be right. Wow, look at that.
Oh, that's out.
That is out. So now we're taking off some additional components, huh?
Yeah, we need to take the drive shaft loose from here, so we need to start unhooking things from.
Yeah, because that's got to go back. So
we need to get this off.
All right.
And it is smaller than 3/8.
Smaller than 3/8. Okay.
So let's.
Okay, that's down and out. Down but not out. Out but not down.
Never send your core back before you're done installing the new one.
And why would you say that?
Because sometimes people pull it out and send it off, and then they go, "Oh no, I didn't take this part off of the old one."
Good tip. That's a great tip right there. What are we doing now?
So this is this boomerang shaped thing right here.
Oh, that does look like a boomerang.
Is the upper control arm, and it has brake lines and emergency brake cables and speed sensor wires all attached to it. So I'm taking those out.
Okay, cool.
The brackets that hold them on, because they need to stay with the vehicle. Oops.
They do need to stay at the vehicle. So how many bolts are we looking at? Okay, so right now you're not taking those, you're just taking the lines off.
Yeah, I'm not hooking the lines. And then there's a bigger one here that I'm going to have to use a wrench on, I think. Like some sort of caveman.
That's ridiculous.
I know.
That's what you're using for your headrest?
Yeah.
That's great.
I thought you would see it when I did it.
I didn't see what you were talking about. That's hilarious.
I had to put my hat back on.
You gotta put your hat back on.
So I maybe didn't get tons of dirt on the back of my head.
That's perfect. It's a feature Jeep probably built in.
Yeah.
All right, what are we doing here, man?
I'm getting a jack under the actual differential, because as we take stuff apart, it's eventually going to want to lower itself, and I don't know when that point is going to be.
So you're just like, let's put a little stop on that.
So it doesn't fall and crush me?
Yeah,
hopefully.
That would be good. Now, we'll wait to see what happens, and then we'll make a decision on what would have been a better decision.
What happens here?
There we go.
Take that shock.
That did drop slightly. That went down a little. Not much, though. I mean, there's a lot of stuff still bolted together here.
I don't know. Put it somewhere.
Stick that baby in there. You say the shock is released.
Shock is released on this side. Now we want to do the sway bar.
Sway bar. Don't be swayed.
Put those bolts kind of back in their home.
Yep.
Now we go over the other side and do the same thing.
Beautiful.
This right here is a vent tube that
it's a vent
lets, you know, when it heats up in here, it creates a little more pressure, so it's able to vent the pressure to the outside world. But then it goes up in a hose that goes higher, so it's not getting filled with water if, you know, you happen to drive through some water.
That's right.
Yep. See, it's hollow.
I've been told. Wow, look at that. Okay, that's cool. It's a 2-for-1.
2 for 10 for. So on this side, it's just kind of held on with this bent over thing. Am I probably on the right side?
Can't see. Move your left hand per se. Correct. Yes. Okay, so just
bend that
up a little
up,
bit.
and then this slips out.
Comes
once you
around
bend it
now.
enough.
Yeah.
And your arm can't reach.
Yep. It needs to be bent up a little bit more.
So they will stay with the vehicle as we lower everything out.
The juice is loose.
You know.
Good job. There she goes. I saw it's coming out. drop. Ooh, we getting bound up there? I think we are.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, a lot of travel. Okay, pry bars located.
Pry bars are located, but this is probably good information for the lift kit.
Yeah, lift kit.
Once you unhook some of the stuff from the back, if you jack up one side, you're able to push down on the other side.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that baby.
Then you go like this. Ready?
Oh, man. That was awesome.
That's actually how I planned it. That never happens.
That was beautiful. I didn't bounce into the truck or nothing.
I was trying to make sure that didn't happen.
That was really good. Come on, baby. Oh, that is tight in there. Should I raise the jack up a little bit? Is that, I think you got to go, there you go. Just go past that a little bit. There you go. Oh, no, you know, you had to do nothing. There you go.
One side down.
One side down. Oh, going. Oh, my goodness. There we go. She's out. She's loose.
She is loose. So now...
What are we hanging on still? Nothing?
Well, the muffler.
Oh, that was like something
thing
held it.
So I need to get that brake line. I was trying to get free of the cardboard, but that's never going to happen.
No.
Okay.
Sweet. It's out. Look at this. Looky, looky. Huh? Yeah. There's the thing.
So I wanted...
We've been doing all this work to get out, and now there it is.
Some people take it out by unhooking the control arms from it, but I wanted to leave the control arms on so you see how the suspension works on this thing.
Yeah.
So this is the upper control arm. It's shaped kind of like a boomerang.
It is.
There's a ball joint right here that allows for articulation.
Isn't that fancy?
It's super loose and garbagey.
Well, there we another good easy changes.
These are 22mm bolts that, when it's in the vehicle like this, are really hard to get out. And that's another reason why I pulled it out. So I can just turn this around and get those bolts out easily.
Yeah, this whole thing's way easier to get to. Yeah, I see that. Those would be a pain to get to.
Yeah, they're really huge.
Like yeah, those are big.
And you can't get an impact or anything on it. So you just need to have a 22mm wrench and maybe some way of adding some torque to it.
Yeah.
But then you have to turn it and turn it and turn it and turn it. And some people get ratcheting wrenches, which I did buy one for this in case I needed it. But then as you back it out, it bumps up against the lower control arm.
Oh, right.
And then so you have to keep wiggling it and jiggling it to get it out. So
it's way better.
People sometimes take hours just to get those 3 bolts out.
Holy smokes.
So removing the entire axle took less time than that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And since I'm replacing the whole axle, why wouldn't I do it that way?
Why wouldn't you do it that way? That's perfect. Okay. Beautiful. So what are we doing next?
We're going to take the lower control arms off and
take the lower
control arm off, and
then we have it.
Then I'm done with
Sweet.
What we're doing today-ish. Then I guess while we're waiting for the rest of the axle to show up, we can do wheel bearings.
Yeah, man.
Jake wants to do wheel bearings because they make sparks.
They're exciting.
So
cool.
That's
okay. It's out, and we're gonna wait for the next one. We've got a few components to take off, but this is done. So the cool thing is, new one's on its way. We've got some bearings to do. This is starting to be a pretty exciting part of the project. And look, there ain't nothing under there. This has so much power, like flip the whole thing out. That's a Jeep with the V8. Check out some other videos if you want some merchandise. I've been wearing this all day. I actually really like it. I'm super stoked. I can't believe that. I even had several people comment on this today when I was walking around. I was like, "Where's Mischief?" It's like, that's right. So, well, we're gonna close it up here. Check out some other videos on this project if you like this one. We have had a ton of stuff on this one. Post some comments if you want. Tell us what you like, what you didn't like, what we should have spent more time on last time. That's how it helps us out. And a thumbs up if you like Jeeps. We're going to take you out with the fist bump of friendship. Whoop-ow! That's a lazy way to ratchet right there. I didn't start out showing the Jeep.
Uh-oh.
Delete this one. I was going to say red letter day. But I don't even know what that means exactly. No one knows what most of these sayings mean. Everybody's throwing these sayings out like, I said something earlier, I said kit and caboodle. What the heck is kit and caboodle? What is red letter day? I don't know. Hello! Can you hear me?
Apparently there's 800 gallons of brake fluid that are still gonna go. Ah, it's on me!